Hey folks, Bill Gallagher of ThrabenU for another Monster Train run. Woke up a little early, figured I'd try to squeeze in one. Alright, we're likely to want Ember first at the beginning of the run, and I believe Seraph the Diligent has the paid win. Yeah, this is only for purifiers and a couple of waves of large enemies. Sorry, it's early, I'm still getting going. Our starter deck is relatively weak. Have, like, what is probably a dead card, what is probably a dead card, and what is a very good card. We've got okay pathing. I'm on Shade Splitters. Yeah. I'll go ahead and take the Mask of Penumbra. Alright, we have Rejuvenate. Everything is going to be okay. I don't really know what unit I want to hide behind my sentient. I just want to pull this out of the deck. It does. You can try to redraw. Fine. That was 7 fire damage that we don't take most of the time. We need to draw a Glimmer to kill this. There it is. We're down to 0 restorers now, though. Yeah. The Glimmer is worth 20 damage, which is worth 5 fire health, which is more than this. Does this change it enough? I think that changes it by nothing. Yeah. Did not expect to take any fire damage for that trial, but c'est la vie, so it goes. Do I want any of this? None of these cards heal my champion. Accordingly, I don't know that I want them. Taking a Razor Sharp Edge is kind of interesting so that Immortal Trade can heal the champion. But that's good short term, but long term I just want to pull those cards out of my deck. Like I'm looking at doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe more removes over the course of this run, if at all possible. I think I'm just gonna stockpile gold early. Yeah, I don't know that I'm even gorging. I just kind of feel like I'm just gonna play the normal restore strat of thin the deck as much as possible and have the sentient in front of one unit that hits really hard. Like that. It's just proven to work. And Umbra Assault is okay, but I have 2 Glimmers already. This is like never gonna scale. Is this just an okay sized creature that I can put multi-strike on or something? 2 different 2020s. I can look at one more Umbra banner for something different. This is just fine. Like 40 backline damage, finish off whatever I need it to finish off. That's okay. This is like really not bad. Gives some attack power to my sentient so that I can use lifesteal things on it, but then I can't actually place morsels on the same floor as my sentient is to draw a card each turn and get some stuff. So I think I'm just gonna skip. Gold's valuable. I think I want this. So we have 2 upgraded restorers and 2 upgraded glimmers now. Get a lot stronger on that floor. Nope, we don't need unit drops, so we'll just pass on this trial. In all likelihood, we're setting up top. Still think we're setting up top. Glimmer's so good in this specific fight. I know that's happening. I know this is happening so that I can draw a card. 1 fire damage to make next turn considerably easier? Or a little greedy. I don't think I need to try to save 1 fire damage that badly. Because if I miss this, it's quite bad. You get to draw through this bad hand next turn. I guess this morsel should have gone on the bottom floor on this Train Steward. Five, 6, 1, hit. This does do something. No? Or why that doesn't. 5, 6, 1. Oh, hit for 5, go to 6, I see. Yeah, okay. That's why it doesn't do something. Lifesteal 3 doesn't do anything here. No, it does do something. Sweet boss. Sweet boss is why it does something. Yep. Sorry, it's early in the morning. This is the first thing I'm doing after I'm waking up. This stuff is just fine. It's not actually good. Restoration Detonation is something that triggers the champion, but it's worse than Restore. And I don't know that I need a 3rd Glimmer long term. I could take a Sting for the short term to help me draw through some of these Shade Splitters and Train Stewards, but again, long term I don't really want any of this. I think I can get away with skipping. Like a little bit of more card draw than normal. The next floor, I like the card removes and duplicating a restore. And I like this duplicating. So the question is, like, can I wait till floor 6 to power up my backline unit? And, like, is it going to be worth passing this? Or do I just try to upgrade now? I think I just try to upgrade now. I already have an upgraded restore for if I hit the duplication event. These upgrades suck. I think it might be better to remove 2 cards here than actually upgrade my backline unit. So that's exactly 150 gold, 60 plus 90. I think that's better than rerolling this shop looking for better backline upgrades. Actually, Bramble-Lash worse than Train Steward? Bramble-Lash does literal nothing, Train Steward does technically something. Bramble-Lash could become better later, but probably not. This is not really a good event. I can use this to temporarily get rid of a Shade Splitter. I don't really have a spell that I can give them that will really be good later. The only thing that's bad is if this hits the duplication, then it's actively bad for me and I'll have to remove it. I have kind of a bad setup for this fight. Do I play on the floor where I can eat? Or do I play on the floor where I have more setup time? I think on the floor where I can eat, because this Crucible Warden gets pushed back to the front in some worlds. Well, in most worlds. Boy. Ooh, this is a good turn. Use a Glimmer and kill that. Glimmer and kill that. Then I think I just chump block here and keep this unit in front. Get a redraw. That's very good. Pretty good now. This is the final wave, which means that our backline unit didn't get knocked into a bad place. I'm going to try to redraw here and find a restore so that I can use Glimmer on the bottom floor instead. I think this allows me to do that. Yeah. It allows me to Glimmer here and do a little bit of extra damage to that. Oh, wow. Not doing quite as much damage as I wanted. This is worth the most in front. Like, it doesn't actually add anything. 4 redraws, 1 restore available, 1 Shade Splitter available. It actually changes nothing. Uh-oh! Might have died. Yep, I'm dead. Well, that's a disappointing start for what was shaping up to be a very good deck. Like, this is exactly where I want a deck to be from this point in a run. C'est la vie, so it goes. Like, I did have 3 dead starting cards, and I did, like, completely whiff on upgrades when I tried to get upgrades. I do still think it was correct to remove Train Stewards. Like, I think we win that fight the vast majority of the time with the deck as powerful as it is. But maybe I had to, like, set up on the top floor to get a little bit more time. Maybe I overestimated myself a little bit too much. Try another run then. Double Barrel, Daedalus, Bell, and Seraph the Patient with Umbra Awoken. Okay, so we're doing the inverse of what I just did. Be likely to go for Gorgers at the beginning here. These are both strong. This is better in the early game and worse in the late game. This is just going to consistently be good. I think I'm just going to take the thing that's consistently good. Monstrous line with multiple Prismal Dust and Razor Sharp Edge, I guess. Don't really have any additional morsel generation that really makes me gung-ho about Glutton. Hit for 40. Cost me some fire damage, but a lot of the things in this fight hit for 2. Not that big of a deal. I'll give myself maximum setup time and decrease the effect that this healer has. Kill that. I'm just short of killing this, right? Yeah. There's basically no way to lose to the boss if I do that, so take our 4 fire damage and move on. I don't need more well, there's a world where I get 80 more damage for having a Umbra next turn. Not that big a thing. These sorts of cards are less good than normal when you're playing Monstrous because you don't always have the guaranteed room that you need to make it work. But I'm probably going for a Gorger. I have an Umbra Banner next floor, so I think I'll still take the Packed Morsels. And one of Sharpen or Glimmer is probably pretty good. They solve the same sorts of problems. I think I'm going to take Glimmer. I'm gonna think about this for a second and run to the restroom. Right back. Sorry about that. I think this pick is really hard. I just wanted a minute to go ahead and think it through. So let's talk why this is a hard pick. We have 2 razor sharp edges in the starting deck, which means that Animus of Will is going to be a very good backliner. But the same is also true of Shattered Shell. In the final fight specifically, Shattered Shell with Quick will scale very well against all of the light wings that are summoned. Maybe better than Animus of Will, even with a couple of razor sharp edges. It also takes a lot of pressure off of a frontline unit. In the world where we get the damage shield Gorger, I probably want this. And in the world where I don't, I probably want this. Making this pick rather difficult. I'm hoping that, like, between Glimmer and maybe some spikes or something, I become pretty good at taking out backline units. The Umbra side is bad at that, but the Awoken side is very good at that. So, like, it's a question of, do I take something now that answers backline units for the majority of the run, or do I take something that scales and really is great at DPS? And I think that's pretty hard, like, to choose. I think either one of these is a totally acceptable pick. I'm going to be taking capacity once this run for my full monstrous line Penumbra, which means I can still put 2 morsels behind it, find whatever Gorger I get. If I whiff on the damage Gorger, Animus of Will is probably the better standalone floor unit for a while. This is maybe why I should take it over Shattered Shell. Shattered Shell will also be considerably worse if I don't hit quick, whereas Animus of Will is better with generic upgrades. So I think I'm going to take this, but that one's close. Nope. Morsel Master? I have a consumed morsel, or sorry, I have a packed morsels already, which makes me not want to have the morsel maker because I can like 2 of these innately. I think I skipped this. A little rough. Roll the shop and look for a large stone. Gonna have to go to another shop at some point. Hopefully not here. Yeah, here. Floor 5 is where I'll go to my next shop. The Animus is, like, very bad for the next fight without a plus 25 HP upgrade. This is a lot of wasted... I do have double Prism Dust. Maybe that just goes on the champion, though. Could end up being very weak in this run. Oh, my way. Let's roll this shop. That would have been my quick sweeper. Alright, we Heartstone that. Now we can Razor Sharp Edge it to our heart's content. I think I need the baseline oomph of this to get through the next couple of floors if things go poorly. +4 attack, 3 unit craft. I do need more than my damage shield Gorger. That is specifically rather important. That saves the damage shield. Which seems kind of important. Well, lifesteal here, very good. Very, very good. I wish I would have waited to have another damage shield there. Hey. Right. Do a whopping 5 damage. Second pass through of the deck is not good. I also think I get like nothing this. Oh, that was pretty okay. That's worth another 40 damage. Oh, thank you, Excavation Eruption, for bailing me out of what otherwise was going to be a very bad situation. Making of a morsel looks okay with an Animus of Will. Just a higher quality morsel generation. I think I'll pick one up. The kind of issue with it though is that it's 2 cost, but I guess I don't have that many cards that I want to cost for that. That's fine. I probably don't get to take Ember in this entire run. Steel Enhancer sounds great with Animus of Will. Restoration Detonation sounds okay with the champion, but just okay because we're trying to keep it alive via damage shields. This is a double-barrel Daedalus, right? Might just need to take Divine Grasp. I have 1, 2, 3, 3.5 cards that can hit those barrels. Want this, I should take this. I'm also not super confident that we beat Daedalus. I really want this. Alright, Banner. I kind of need you to be good. Oh, thank you. You really need that unit for this fight. No. Take Ember, I have to pivot off of this line or not take card draw. So as of this floor, it is a bad idea to take Volatile Gauge. As of next floor, when I have Ember, it probably becomes a good idea to have it. Next floor, I can do cost reductions, get Pyre Health, and remove 2 Train Stewards. It makes Excavation, Eruptions, Gem Troves, a couple of the expensive Awoken cards considerably better. My Steel Enhancer and Packed Morsels considerably worse. Alright. Abandon Stave? So under non-volatile gauge circumstances, I would have just upgraded this in a heartbeat. Now, I kind of want this in the deck. It's my best card now. Is it the making of a morsel? Try to make that have cost reduction on it? I think so. Alright, nervous for this fight. My years of playing Snecko Eye and Monster Train really make me want to do what I just did there. Alright. Where do I win this fight? I think I win this fight on top floor with this. Means that I want to blow that up. I want to play this here. I want to play this here. Next turn we draw the doggo. Rough. Exactly 20 damage. Well, I don't get to play that in front. Alright, we will try next pass through the deck. That was unlucky. My middle floor is also now in great danger. Okay, that's gonna be okay. That's very good. That's very, very good. I think we're going packed morsels here. Oh, I fucked up. One of those lifesteal morsels should have gone here, like, unquestionably. Okay. I found my Gorger. That's the good news. Bad news is everything else that happened this turn. Like, these coming up at the same time as this probably results in a good amount of fire health unless I draw this or this. Alright. The lifesteal morsel play was very bad. Okay. We hit the most important things there, so that's good. 5 damage shields. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take nothing this turn. Still have 1 damage shield held back. That's fine. God, that excavation eruption is good. Slightly awkward draw numbers here in terms of math. I really want a Razor Sharp Edge, and I also really want damage shields. Each damage shield is worth 90 damage, though, so... Oh, other than that, more like 110. I guess that's just the line. This hits the front unit twice of the 4 times. I would like to play this, so do it. That should do it. Yeah, you don't need that many damage shields when you're hitting for this much with the back line. Okay, good stuff. But because of the fell that I'm facing and the fact that I have volatile gauge, I probably really want Ember now and the capacity later. Do I bother taking Quick? Quick on Animus of Will is pretty strong. I'm drawing more cards than normal. Probably okay to pick up. Good in the last fight. Nope. We're not about more units here. Holdover Excavation Eruption. Sounds pretty damn good. Okay. Alright. Do I stay on Monstrous? I probably just stay on Monstrous, otherwise I have to pick up more units. I still think I want capacity anyway, so that I can put down 2 morsels each turn. So staying on the Monstrous line still makes sense. This just clears so many problems. I think we hold over that cost reduction. Plus 10 magic power goes on that Glimmer. We'll roll the shop, because these Ember Stones are just so good. Second damage upgrade on Glimmer. Maybe this is a run where I actually put some restore, like magic power on restores, so I can keep my Penumbra alive. I don't think I'd normally do this. I do need to Merchant of Steel next floor and hopefully get 2 relevant upgrades on this. Maybe something like Multi-Strike and either a couple of innate damage shields or plus 25 health seems necessary. Maybe I don't spend. Ooh. Hitting for 20? It's hitting for 20, Glimmer hits for 12. Means that these are no longer upgrades. 79 Pyre health. This just guarantees that I can re-roll the shop and be a little bit safer about it. I lose a lot of flexibility in how I want to set up, just kind of due to the nature of having a 5-slot thing. Razor Sharp Edge on bottom floor versus just Shade Splitter. I could also give this quick. How much does that matter? Matters for the boss wave. By Razor Sharp Edge, it kills this unit as well and takes pressure. That doesn't. I was about to say, and then takes pressure off of my top. Oh god, yes. Yes. I know I'm doing this 100% of it. And this really just makes sense. Kills all of them, gives me a bajillion Ember. Use 1 to do that. 1 to do this. I get 7 damage shields here. GG. How do I play this turn? Do I save damage shields? Do I weaken this floor? I think I just save damage shields. Well, we got strong. Don't know that I can identify the exact point where it happened, but we definitely got strong. Like, holy crap. That gets a hit in on the boss. Guess I can attack Morsel. I think this gets me another hit versus the boss, maybe 2. Two, 4, 7 additional health, which gets me to 37. I need to get to 39 for those numbers. That's not worth it. Also 18 damage on top. Like, that thing's dead. That thing's very dead. These razor sharp edges doing like absolute serious work in terms of scaling. I'm hitting for 150 backline right now. I'm picking one of these two. Crucible Extension might actually be really good. But, like, this is damage shields at the same time as Morsel Generation. I don't think I get to pass on the cool, like, 4-cost cards. Would you like to draw 8 cards a turn or 10 cards a turn? This is an okay heal spell for Umbra. I think I'll pick this up. Deck bloat is a little bit more acceptable than normal when you have volatile gauge. No, you can onto that. We'll get more fire health out of that later. Yeah, this is the spot for these upgrades. It also comes with card removes. Great. A Heartstone is fine. I want something that allows that thing to live through a weird turn where it doesn't end up with damage shields on turn 1 of the Seraphite or something like that. Now, do I accept Strength Stone or do I roll once? I think with the guild marker I roll once and look for multi-strike. Feels good. Yeah. Card remove. Ooh, you just get card removes. I can make this decision after the cavern to see if I get like the purge event or something. No. No, we're doing just fine. Alright, so Rip, Last Train Steward, then Restore. And it's probably just a Restore. One, 2, 3, 4 cards that help make this trial easy. I think I just take it. I have 79 fire health, and it's only 6 from the first wave. Yeah. So everything is going to be dead. So let's kill 4 here. Just glimmer all that stuff. Play the Crucible Warden. This has to go on bottom. I get 2 feeds. The only thing I should think about is if I get a damage morsel, I should consider playing it on this floor to get the collector. Which, since all of these are dying, it will do. So good in this fight, holy crap. Yeah. Probably worth 1 fewer damage shield. Honestly, I'm just impressed at this point. Like, the excavation eruption is so insane with these prismal dusts. Like, this might be less true as this run goes on, but like for right now, holy crap. Probably get this. And this is probably worth doing. That has netted me a damage shield. And then we'll just take 6 damage shields. I think we'll just take 6 damage shields. Just gross. Honestly, just disgusting. A good turn for that to be free. Damage shields are king. I want to do that. No point in playing those other things. I think the line is Glimmer, weaken everyone, do that. And I don't think I can just pass out on 120 damage to this boss by not playing the... whatchamacallit? I hold over card. I'm gonna eat through all the lifesteal stacks, so then to get to the top, it's actually good. I also have 2 damage shields here already. Sorry, I misspoke. I already have 3 damage shields here already. Morsel goes back in the deck, whoops. I think I just take a regular morsel here, rather than play pack morsels, get a higher quality thing, and then like have a morsel in the deck for the next pass through. I think I already win as well. Yeah, and handily. Merchant of Magic next floor? I do. Alright, I take this. The engine upgrade is like definitely cool though. But this has been like very consistent good for me. Third focus growth? I do 1 cost upgrade on an excavation eruption. And I do 1 cost upgrade on maybe Gem Trove or Focus Growth. Maybe I don't really want too many of this effect, because I feel like my champion is just going to die in the last fight. Like, I just feel like that's something that's going to happen. I don't hate the Pyre Shards, oddly enough. I really like the reserve cards with volatile gauge, and when like their cost is bad, it's just not that big of a deal. We're not stacking Restore, so Vapor Funnel is a great pickup. I think we're usually going to kill everything, but you never know. Moving Consume on Prismal Dust is cool, but I don't know about that. Really rather put a Consume upgrade on that, but I don't know that I'm going to be that picky. Another holdover? Holdover focus growth with reduced cost is spicy. Holdover Razor Sharp Edge, holdover Gem Trove. I kind of like holdover Gem Trove with reduced cost. I can also apply some of those damage shields to my champ on certain turns. It also becomes like much better once I have capacity. It allows me to aggressively remove Shade Splitters as well as restores. I don't hate it. Do these. I still think restores are worse than Shade Splitters. Not by a lot at this point. Oh, in my mind, I thought we were facing the Scourge Fell. Oh, that's right. I died very quickly on a run this time around. Getting 4 card removes for the rest of this run. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to buy more than that? Honestly, I kind of do. There's also chances that we end up pivoting. And we don't go the path that I think we're going. But I think we're going the path that I am intending on. This nets me Ember, or breaks even, almost all of the time. Breaks even. The issue there is that, like, this and this are distractors from the 3 juicy things. Alright, I need the space. I'm probably winning with this floor. I think that means yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna get weird in fights where there's Harvest enemies. I'm gonna call that now. Damn, this hand sucks. Also gonna run out of room to put the gem trove units relatively quickly before I have this capacity upgrade. It's fine after this fight, but it sure sucks this fight. I also think I'm gonna be like just strong enough to kill everything so that these morsels don't die. Ooh, baby. I need to do that for scaling, and I need to do that for scaling. Am I good with not casting this? I think I'm good with not casting this to let some of my cards cycle through. Like, this is just playing one morsel this turn. I think it's better to not dilute my deck with a bunch of crap. Do this plus this turn cycle. Now we should have a focus growth on bottom. Yep. Cool. And we'll focus growth that. Play this holdover card so I get it again. Okay. Now this. Let's do that. I wanted that kill. It represented a lot of damage shields. Morsels chipping away at the statue there. Good work, Morsels. This is the sort of unit that we like really would not want to get up there. Sure. This gem trove is just a touch awkward right now. I think I just scale. I think I have enough damage to kill Fel. The volatile gauge card draw is really letting me heal up the pyre as well with this making of a morsel. That's very noticeable. I don't even think I need to fish for a good morsel here. Nice. Good stuff. What did we get that fight? Something like 20 fire health? Gotta love farming boss fights for value. I don't know that I want this Blazing Bolts when I have two Excavation Eruptions that are just doing its job kind of better. Like, since the Ember helps funnel to my Prismal Dusts, which really set me up well. I just wonder, like, at what point do I have deck bloat? Like, I'm already trying to remove a whole bunch of cards from this and just execute a game plan consistently. I don't know that I need to try to set up Blazing Bolts as well. And, like, holy crap, this capacity is such a huge upgrade. Don't know what I'm duplicating yet. Like, these X cards are better than normal. But, like, I don't need Pyre Health. I've got that covered. And I don't need Pyre Attack. Nothing has gotten through to the Pyre yet for paper funnel reasons. So, like, I can probably add 15 attack to the Pyre, but it does not seem like that matters. Is it just a Prismal Dust? Not exciting. How many cards do I have in this deck? 22. But 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5. About 5 or 6 of them are really gone. So, like, every 2.3 turns, I'm going to draw my entire deck. A third Prismal Dust helps with, like, getting enough damage shields to beat Seraph, but I don't really feel like I need that many. More than what I already have. Like, this is 2 a turn every turn. This is 4 or 5 in one burst. It could just be that I take another holdover Excavation Eruption. And then I retain the largest number of possible damage shields. While also being okay if this spawns high. Yeah, it may be better to try to protect the damage shields I have rather than generate more of them. This can also protect Penumbra quite a bit. This randomly kill me somehow. So these hit for 20, which is a very relevant number. I have 129 Pyre health by just being a coward for passing on the trial. Maybe. But I feel like I already beat Seraph, and if I feel like I already beat Seraph, like, why risk? Like, if I walk into the Seraph fight with 129 health, like, it doesn't matter how many units I let through to the Pyre. I will just be okay. 3, 6, 3, 6, 5. So this is the small floor. I think this looks like Glimmer here to just decrease all of those. Play you out, and play you out. That's a really solid turn. Yeah, we'll make this one. Play the holdover one here. Actually, that was a mistake, right? This one deals more damage, so I should have not played that. Okay, yeah, small error, but ooh, whatever. Quick. That's worth a damage shield. And that's 2 damage shields. Yeah. Yeah. No, this is starting to look like a deck. Maybe on every other turn before this it didn't quite look like a deck. Now it looks like a deck. I guess, like, technically it's better to Glimmer. Huh. And I just, like, guaranteed put that thing into range where it dies to quick. There was more optimal sequencing there than what I did. For sure. boom, 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 boom. No way to kill my own unit. I care about this. I do not care about this. But I am winning on floor 2. I don't know, it's worth at least 170 damage. Adding 7 damage was probably okay. Oh, my hand's full. Oops. Awkward. I played any other card first. Alright. Back to full health. This. Kind of want to net the Ember from it. Yeah, I'm doing like surprisingly good job down there. Good stuff. Again, I was strong enough to take that trial, but like, how much fire damage do I take for doing it? Ooh. These are both very good. Very, very good. I'm gonna take the Shroud Spike. It's a way to do something unfair and really pull ahead. Not gonna be tempted by that. What I have is working. Why mess with it? How I get more card removes? Or I could get fire health. Forever Flame is really good on the first couple of turns. I will buy that. The plus magic power is interesting with all these multi-hitting spells and whatnot, but having these things not be able to be like free and 3 on turn 1 and just like super screw me over is really good. I know this doesn't have very much impact on the fight as a whole, but it has impact on the most volatile portion of the fight, which is really strong. Yeah, I'm very sure that I'm just removing 2 Shade Splitters. They're the worst cards in my deck because I have Holdover Gem Trove. Kind of for the same reasons as before, though. I don't know that I need to remove Consume on these X cards because doing them once is so strong. Full stack. Cast this for X equals 5. Normally I get 5 damage shields. If I cast this for X equals 5 now, I get... That's really good. Is that better than, like, Emberstone and Power Stone? Power Stone does nothing. It's a question of Emberstone on something like Razor Sharp Edge or this double stack. It's probably that. Alright. Can I also get a duplicate? Probably an X card. Cloud Spike is slightly better. So as long as we get set up and start eating, there's not much of a way that we can lose the fight. The top floor always being small is admittedly starting to irk me a little bit. Like, our deck is so much better if the top floor isn't small, because then we can let morsels die on lower floors. Alright. Do I just do this at 6 starting damage? Honestly, I think I'm good with it. It's also a lot of HP, which is, like, worth something on some turns. Alright, so obligatory, I have to play that. And obligatory, I have to play that. Now, this is going to happen down here. This saves the damage shield, so that should happen. $14 damage shield versus 16 damage shield. 16? 16 higher? I think 16 higher. That seems fine. This is why these exist. This right here. Are we good with that? I think you want to be quick. And there's no world in which I get a slay here. I guess this is good here. Melee weakness still fade at end of turn or not? I don't remember. They've changed things a couple of times. The wording looks like it doesn't fade anymore. Oh, it's now the next time it is attacked. I should take 20, 49. No, I'm taking 58. Oh, I see. I'm hitting that with quick and killing it. Okay, yeah, okay. Got it, got it, got it. I think that's good. Vapor Funnel taking out these without them hurting my fire. Real cool for me. I don't know that I'm ever going to play this pack morsels. Is the double? No, this is the single. An Excavation Eruption, try to kill that with this one. Go up to 5, produce 5 damage shields here. I think 32 damage shields just wins this fight. Here. X equals 5, 8 damage shield. Sure. We're getting pretty close to the point where the champ is gonna die. taking 70 from Seraph this turn. I could damage shield it. Is that actually good? For the 170 damage on Seraph, this is worth way more than 170 damage. Bye. Thank you for your service. Oh, 0 fire health, what a scam. Yeah. Honestly, I just want to consume this at this point, just to not redraw it. Get down, Mr. President! Actually, I just want to consume this as to not redraw it too, right? Oh, out in order there, I could have gotten 4 damage on a unit. But I'm gonna level with you, I don't really think that matters. We have a little bit of Ember to work with here. Just a little bit. We have overfilled our fire. We're good to go. Alright. End of turn. 15 additional fire health. Feels good. That makes up for that first run where we just, like, died spectacularly on Talos. This run was very strong. Volatile Gauge was, like, a very risky pickup at the time that I picked it up, but, like, you saw what it did to the run, and it was kind of a called shot, right? Like, I knew that once we picked this up, cards like Excavation, Eruption, and Focus Growth, well, we're going to become very, very good. I did not anticipate exactly how good our Excavation Eruptions were going to be at improving the X-cost spells. That was something that was apparent after one fight, but was not immediately apparent. Anyway, this video is a little longer than normal because I died, but c'est la vie, so it goes. Let me know what you thought of the run, and if you're enjoying this sort of stuff, please consider liking it. Bye-bye.